All right, everybody, welcome back to Rob's Arcade. I am your host, Rob French, here with what should be another fun, exciting episode of Rob's Arcade. It's Wednesday, so of course it's time again, once again, for the midweek breakdown. I can't believe it's Wednesday already. It's blowing my mind. Feels like yesterday was just Monday. It's been kind of a rough week in general. I feel like the weekend, of course, wasn't just quite long enough. Sunday was a pretty busy day. And so then, like Sunday, on Monday at work, I was just like dead on my feet. I felt like all day. And then yesterday, super busy. So yeah, I'm trying to grasp at the fact that it's already Wednesday. Like I said, yeah, this weekend was pretty good. Something I do, I don't know if you guys realize this or not, just going with these YouTube videos that I do a lot of times, I have to shoot them in advance in order to get the content out for that day. Meaning, a lot of times I'll come to you guys on Friday with a new game Friday, and a lot of times those aren't done on Fridays. A lot of time, sometimes they are. A lot of times they're done on Wednesdays, Thursdays beforehand. Sometimes even the weekend beforehand. Just anytime I might play a new game, I'm like, well, let me just do this new game Friday as I try this thing out. Same is true for this past weekend. I did something yesterday for the whole Star Wars anniversary, and I shot that mostly on Sunday. Actually, the intro was shot on Monday night, and then I did my Monday night show, and I was just like completely wiped. Like I said, a very long day. Sometimes these Lego builds, I mean, they take it out of you. And it sounds like ridiculous, but they take a long time. It takes a lot of focus, and then on top of that, you're trying to cook and clean and do other things. And I had no idea how much of my day those two Lego sets would take up on Sunday. And so, like I said, yeah, Monday I just felt like completely dead on my feet, and then yesterday was super busy. I'm not working with Tommy anymore. This guy I work with, I'm not working with him anymore. I can't do it. Anytime I work with my boy Andrew or my Sorella, Lorena, everything is really chill, really cool. And then you work with Tommy, and it's just like, what the heck happens? You get a party of 15, 12 kids, and it turns into like a party of 20. They all got to celebrate their softball participation, achievement awards, and all of that, whatnot. But then it was just like a lot of party, like eights and six, and it's just like, everybody was, we just got our vaccination, let's run out. And it's blowing my mind, really, how many people have not been out in a year. And you can actually tell that nobody has been out to eat or do anything in a year just from like their social conventions and like their, just like the activities while they're out. And it's absolutely mind blowing to me. And it's also mind blowing to me as well. I thought about this the other day, that a lot of these people who are like getting these vaccinations and who are urging you to get vaccinations are also the same people who just really didn't want to wear a mask in the beginning of all this to begin with. It kind of like blows my mind just a little bit that in the beginning of all this, nobody, the government, the president, officials, everybody's, wanting you to wear a mask to the point where it was like you couldn't go to the grocery store without wearing one. And everybody was upset about it. Nobody wanted to do it. But then as soon as they got the option to get an injection, that was like way, it just blows my mind that getting an injection is something that is like more conceivable than just wearing a facial covering. It's like, hey, just wear a facial. Like, I don't want to do that. Well, just wear a mask. Well, I don't want to. Well, if you get this injection, you don't have to. Really? It's like, well, yeah. Well, actually, you got to get two. Like, two? You're like, yeah, yeah. And like, well, it's probably going to make you sick. Oh, okay. Well, that's just one of the side effects. And, would you hear something, Daisy? Did you go out? Hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. Hold on. Don't go. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I'm actually having our house treated for pests today, and they showed up like way early. It's supposed to be like between like 3 and 5. It's not even lunchtime yet, and they're already here. But they had like an early slot. We were like, no, just come back later. So yeah, it's just like one of the many, many, many things we've got going on. It's going to be a crazy crazy few weeks coming up. But anyway, yeah, I was just saying that it just blows my mind that something like wearing a mask, and people are like, well, are there any side effects to wearing a mask? And they're like, well, no, not really. Just wear a mask for a few seconds, and when you go to the table or while you're shopping, it's no big deal. And like they don't want to do that. But as soon as like you get this idea, like, well, we're going to inject you with something, it's going to make you sick. You don't know what it is. It's killed a few people, and they're all over it, and then like they want you to do it too. It's like it just absolutely. I'm like, no, I'm cool with just like wearing a face covering and just kind of keeping my distance. That's been working thus far so well. I'm not in any hurry to start injecting myself. I wouldn't inject myself with like anything that was that new. Like even if I think I was like a junkie and like there was like a new crack available or like a new drug, like I don't know. I think I'd be like, oh, let me my friends try this shit out first, and then I'll try out this new crack point 420 whatever. So anyway, just kind of like really blows my mind. But yeah, we've been super busy. Saturday we were like dead. Like there was nobody out Saturday. It was like really nice. The owners are in Italy right now, doing some stuff with their daughter for the wedding and everything. So they've got a lot going on, and we're in a little short staff. So we're really hoping for a pretty chill weekend. But I mean, it was just absolutely quiet on Saturday. And then of course, Tommy worked on Sunday, and it was an absolute cluster F. But anyway, let's keep all the government conspiracies and killer viruses to the comic books, because it is Wednesday. Time to go out, grab some new comic books. I can't wait. It's going to be a little bit different today. My wife is hanging back. I'm going to be rolling solo. Just going to go out, grab some books, and head right back here. We got some packing to do. We got, like I said, some pest guys coming by later on. She's got a job interview today, so everybody, please, please, please wish her a lot of luck. This is one that we're really crossing our fingers for. And yeah, oh, and speaking of Tommy, I'm giving him a hard time. He is one of my boys, and he always comes through with some cool pops. Him and his brother Andrew are always hooking me up with some of the best stuff. This is one of the latest pops I got here. This is the Miles Morales Spider-Man from the Gamerverse. Really, really digging this. I always love these alternate suits here. Always very cool. This is the strike suit, of course. And I love when the companies put the variations. Of course, Pops always put the different products on the back, but some toys, they don't always show you their whole line on the back of the box. I always enjoy seeing the whole line and seeing what else is out there. Even if I can't get them, it's nice being able to look at them and check them out, see what else is in that line. So yeah, big shout out to my boy Tommy. I'm not working with you anymore. That's probably rather the reason we're moving to Florida, to be honest. It's just so I don't have to work with Tommy anymore, because it's too much. But big shout out to him and like I said, his brother Andrew for always coming through and hooking me up. It sucks. I'm gonna have to start packing up stuff in the Rob's Arcade here pretty soon, and you guys keep giving me really cool stuff. So stop it. No more stuff until we move and get settled. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead to the arcade. I'm gonna go ahead to the comic shop, and I'll catch up with you guys in a few later. All right, guys, Thundercats, ho, Wakanda forever. Let's jump back into Rob's Arcade. Now we're going to talk about some books that I picked up. I had a really, really great trip to the comic book store today. Super, super duper awesome. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But before I talk about today's picks and what I grabbed and what a great time I had, let's look back at how many comic books I read this past week. Now, I've been kind of tying at 14 titles for the last couple of weeks. Started off week at 7 titles. Then last week and the week before, I hit 14. That's like doubling that first week there. But this past week, I read 17 comic books. That's pretty hardcore. The first few, right there in the first couple of days, I just kind of crunched through a whole bunch of comic books right there in the first couple of days. So, whatever, I know. Hold your applause, please. But anyway, let's talk about today. Great comic book run. Like I said, I had to roll solo. But I met a friend today. His name was Eric. And I walk in and I find this kid sitting. He's probably about 20 years old, 20, maybe 21. Sitting on the floor, just reading comic books. And I fell in love. Like, don't take that the wrong way. but this kid spoke to my heart. Like, he's just this young kid sitting on the floor reading comic books, and it actually, like, I totally connected. I gotta be quiet. I'm sorry, my wife is actually having like a phone interview right now. I gotta be super quiet. Shh. But I totally just connected with this young kid. He was just sitting there reading. He's actually like a big fan of Nightwing and Robin, which I totally get. We're both Damien fans, both Dick Grayson Nightwing fans, and it was just really cool hanging out talking with him. I mean, it reminded me of what my life was like growing up, having a comic book store right across the street from me, where I could just walk there and just flip through comic books. Um, there was a few titles that he was looking at. He was like, he'd have a lot of money for this or that, and there was one book that's out right now. It's like a Legend of Heroes titles, where it kind of celebrates all of the Asian American superheroes that we have throughout the DC universe. And I grabbed one basically for him. He was like, "Yeah, I can't afford this. Like, it's just $10." But he was looking at it and he really liked it. And I had to get back. Like I said, my wife's doing an interview. I was like, "Dude, I'm sorry. Like, I've had a lot of fun talking to you." I was like showing him different titles to grab, but I was like, I've got to get out of here. I got to get home. I still had to go to the grocery store. Like, I'm just like running. And I bought that book for him. So Eric, it was really cool talking to you. I don't know if you're watching this at any point, and I hope I run into you again. But it was really nice to kind of talk with somebody and hang out with somebody. He was like, I'm always getting my friends to try to read comics. I'm the same way. And like I said, this kid really spoke to me today. This was a really great trip to the comic shop. You don't really get a lot of these moments as a comic collector, as somebody who goes to comic book stores, but this was just a really, really fun moment, a really cool experience. And I really hope I run into Eric again. Like, I go to that shop every week, and really, Eric, I really hope I bump into you again. That was just a lot of fun. But aside from the book that I bought Eric, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the titles that I bought for myself this week. Oh, wow. Okay, so I just try to organize some of these by company, but right off the top here, we're looking at another great collection. I don't know if this came out this week. I think it did. I'm not sure that the book that I bought Eric, the Asian American collection, so I think that came out last week actually. But I was really happy that we found it, and I'll probably grab one for myself at some point. But I was more happy to get one to my homeboy Eric, and always remember, pay it forward, you guys. So right off again, the jump here, we're going to look at some DC stuff that I picked up. Now, this was a really cool revisit. The Milestone Returns, Infinite Zero. Now, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with these characters, Static Shock and everything, but there's actually, what's his name? Dwayne something. Probably in the book. I don't know if I want. McDuffie. Dwayne McDuffie. Watched a great animated DC movie, and this guy was instrumental in creating a lot of this material back in the day, and he was also a great screenwriter for the DC animated series and like the different movies that they had come out, where he could take some of these books that were like 12 issue arcs and condense them into like an hour and a 30-minute movie and just do a great job. And he passed away, and I remember watching an interview on an animated film and realizing about 20 minutes into this documentary on this guy that he was no longer with us, and it broke my heart. And breaks my heart a little bit even now. It's great to know that his work is living on and it's getting a revisit. And I think this time now, with everything going on in the real world, that we need superheroes that aren't just blonde, blue-eyed Captain America. So I'm really excited to read this, and I hope wherever Dwayne McDuffie is looking down on us from, that he's really happy to right now. If you don't know who Dwayne McDuffie is, please just go Google it. Check out his work. He's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. I didn't realize how much of my young childhood was inspired by this guy, but there's so much work out there that he contributed to. Of course, here we go. As I was talking about with my homeboy Eric, got some Nightwing. If you don't know who Nightwing is, you should probably just not even watch this video. And of course, Robin's back in action. Robin number 2. What a great cover. I love the red. Sorry if there's like a lot of gloss and highlights and stuff, but that's just such a great. Love the reds, the blues. Such a cool cover. DC coming through again. All right, let's move on to Marvel. Got some alien action. That just looks brutal right there, you guys. But I'm loving it. A lot of blood. Again, reds. Loving it, loving it. Alien 3. What did I say? Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Clone Saga. This is a little different than the Clone Saga I grew up with. Oh, got some more red and black. So let's put the red and black. Can we get some more colors in here, people? Here we go. All right. X-Men number 20. This guy looks familiar. Love the purples. What was it, like Nimrod or something like that? It's like the early, this is the late stage, the advanced stage with the Sentinels here. Killer. All right. Oh, it looks like my wife's interview's over. She's calling her mom. One of her favorite phrases, Siri, call mom. Hopefully my phone did not pick that up just now. Don't do it. Thank you. All right. Beta Ray Bill, crazy title. Would really hope that Woody Harrelson would land Beta Ray Bill, but looks like he's going to be playing Carnage. But still, I think he could do both, right? We don't have to really see him in this. Yeah. Woody Harrelson, Beta Ray Bill. All right, more Marvel coming in with the Star Wars. Excuse me, Bounty Hunter. More Bounty Hunter stuff. I don't even know what this is, but it's part of the war for the Bounty Hunters. Anytime I see that on the title, I guess I'll be picking this up until October. Chewbacca. My mom is a big fan of Chewbacca. Not too bad, right? All right, pretty cool. And last but not least, we grabbed a couple image titles here. We got some Spawnage, Spawn 18. But, you know me, I got to get them all. So we got this really cool cover here. I really like this, actually. Especially this guy down here. It's kind of like, That's a cool cover, though. Like that. Oh, that's the glare. So freaking my curtain. All right, sorry about that blue. It's the curtain shining through with this daylight. That's a good one. That's like some old school Todd McFarlane right there. I keep looking at the other side of my phone when I'm supposed to be looking over here at the camera. But I'm looking over here. I'm supposed to be looking here. That's a cool one right there, guys. And then, of course, we got that really sweet one in the black and white. Ooh. I think there was a Chewbacca outside my door. All right, guys. So, all right. There are my comics. There's the midweek breakdown. I'm going to go talk to my wife. Let's go see how things went today. And if I can't break my record for next week's comic book reads. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out as always. Appreciate you. Kind of a sad midweek breakdown because as soon as I'm done this, I'm going to start breaking down some of the Rob's Arcade, start packing some of this stuff up because we got to start getting set up. I'm pretty sure for a new Rob's Arcade. Pretty sure my wife just got the job. But hey, that's on a happier note. I'm still going to be coming at you guys just in a different location. You won't know. You can't tell. Where am I at now? Could be on the moon. Could be on a volcano. Could be in a disco. Could be at the lake. Could be at your mom's house. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, all of that, because it makes me feel great, makes my hair look good. And until next time, guys, please do not spend your quarter anywhere else. Thanks for hanging out. Later on. Peace out. Until whenever, tomorrow. Later. Peace.